Hey guys, this is the man in the street. I want to explain something that most people can gather and decipher what's best for their neighborhood is best for their community as well. When you work within your community, you help those representations of those people. If it's for people with mental health services, LGBT, vet services for soldiers who were maimed or killed, and their surviving families, it's just the same. Now, in my initiatives, boldly, like most people know, mental health services is more exuberantly talked about, which is also a plus to know that, like any other condition, like liver, heart condition, or medical condition dealing with your mental health, is psychological disorder, is just as anything that could be treated. So this is why we know Canadians are garnered to their ability to have that medication. So approximately in 1997-98, Progress Place through North York decided to open up through Brenda Singer initiatives and her coalition partners in the Liberal government to open up this facility on Church Street, which is called Progress Place. Over the years, Progress Place has expanded its ability to help vulnerable people. But unfortunately, my friends, I have so much tales in the 25 years how some of these cases end up leading into homicide. I don't find it more disturbing than any other person, but these are the conditions, including my own life, which is also can be compromised. But I am, by the grace of Allah, I am alive and well to administer the facts. Now, I know a lot of members, including Progress Place, who had housing and people who were abiding to housing. In by part, the members, I'm excluding the staff at this moment because I have reason to, were most abiding to help each other. Most friendliest people I ever heard. So when they use the stereotypes to disfraction mental health, please know what that means also, including constables. The people I did know, like Taya, Richard, Hartley, I can go on with their names, many people, male or female, they came, eat at my home. We did not use any prejudice or any bigotry or any racism whatsoever. But soon after, what happened to Carlo, Yusuf, Calvin, Bill, they all started facing litany of mental health services because of the people who were giving them the wrong indicators to be manipulative. One case of people being deceased and found in their homes here at 460 Jarvis, police are asking the same questions themselves. Now, me, myself, and I do my best. I have problems. Yes, I do. Like any person, personal problems. But that's their job at Progress Place, to help those people most vulnerable. Not because of your sexual orientation, but your mental health initiative. This is why when I ask the same thing about those 51 division constables who come to Progress, who wear those same on and off, it's the same indicators that they're only self-loathing techniques to fracture and hurt our society. One particular case that is most concerning is a person I know by name of Thaya. I do believe he was from Sri Lanka, and he was the most gentle person that I know. Very calm, never seen any hostility whatsoever. He worked, including as myself, I worked through part-time job, including TOEIC. Many people took this doctrine to be productive members of society. So at this time, in the second floor, like Catherine Hubbard-Brozek, other facilities, another Catherine who worked in double recovery, Ryan, Kevin, the financial director, officer, Robin Evans, and I can go on. Lucy, I can go on. So we all tried to make. So some people did get acknowledged and then get hired. But because of the liberal doctrine and their Jewish faith, to use as heresy to hurt my brothers and sisters, in particular, people who are Arab or Muslim led. But when I talk about Taya personally, he came to me most concerned. Because at this time, he was working and saving his money and sending money back to his relatives back in Sri Lanka. But at this time, he was worried because his accumulated amount of money at least $5,000 would garner his rent to be jacked up to almost $1,300. So we said this other person, Sam, he had the same concerns. So that means that people who address these all the way to win in the Liberal government, including who was in that government, McGuinty, Smitherman, and etc. And then it also involved the e-health scandal, including the gas plant, which took hundreds of millions of billions of dollars from taxpayers' money. It's the exact same thing about Taya. So Taya was concerned because his rent, he would not outpace his check. It would be more than his check and more his allowance. It would be self-defeating. So at this time, people realized that if they put their money, and they would not, so what were you entail going to do? Same thing other people said. Now, people who live with their means and they could save more money, then ODSP looks like, then you don't need their assistance. Why do you have that much money? It's not the same thing about those guys in the tax shelter system in the federal government, right? So such hypocritical oath of their own sanctity to portray these type of larceny type of individuals at Progress Place, including those people who use and abuse the authority of their power. And then one day I told, if you're so concerned, I don't say it's concerned, but I would talk to your worker too. It could have been Lori, Karen, or even Robin, or even Kevin. At this time, that's the only best advice I got. I did not recommend him to take out any money, more so to keep it under his mattress. Within weeks, people start smelling something. And then after a week, they realized there's something definitely protruding. They came and they found this person deceased. Now, who's to know if he kept any money or so that someone would know that would take advantage, and that's all up to speculation. Including Kathy Charleston. When her death happened here over a decade ago, there are questions asked. When the police knock on my door or other doors, that's their concern about the neighborhoods. They do want to catch these people who roam the hallways to perpetrate homicide. I don't think it is a more so than what people think is very seriously to indicators to say, who are these people? Just recently, I came across people in the hallway and the day and night carrying weapons. You understand that? Like, as an individual, I'm not going to sit here and call CSU, wait for them, in particular while they're holding their knives. Well, the only thing I can do is advise, take your shit, grab your weapons, get the hell out of this building. Amicably. Take your time, but please exit. When the police realized this, and now I'm instigating these questions, they turned their tables towards me and started causing harm. In the last year, and previous to that, I've been assaulted many times by these perpetrators. The last indicator, which was about 13 months ago, I believe in May or April, May, mind you, they know exactly which dates led up to June 6th, because that's why I had to put my dog down. Because when I found my dog in here hiding and defecating in my home out of fear, we knew something drastic was happening, and those people were facilitating this type of anger to hurt people like myself. Be very careful, be very aware of your surroundings. This is the man on the street.